relax, relax, relax. Oh, relax, 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 relax. Oh, relax, 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 relax. What? Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. Like when it drop, whole game in the chokehold.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL is in Houston, in the Space City at NRG Stadium. The scene from a few moments ago, this crowd enthusiastically cheering on their Texans as they emerge from the locker room. And we're just about ready for football as the Texans get set to match up with Cam Newton and the Carolina Panthers. So here's Kaimi Fairbairn to do the honors. Just about time to rock as Toe gets ready to meet leather. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
Here we go.
First carry for Christian McCaffrey. Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Here's Newton now on second down. Escaping the pressure right. Got a man right side. It's McCaffrey. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there at 22.
I don't think what we just saw there was any surprise, because when Christian McCaffrey came out of Stanford, we knew he was a threat running it and catching it. And any way you can get the ball in his hands, he wanted to do so. Personally, I thought he ran the best routes of anyone coming out of his draft class, and that included the wide receivers.
Last year, 80 receptions, also in the return game. He's a bit of a Swiss Army knife, isn't he?
He certainly is. Every which way you want to go, however you want to package him, and I do think his running production will increase in 2018.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Back to the ground on first. It's McCaffrey. No dice this go around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
They'll try the air now with Newton. Buying time to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Zach Cunningham able to get him for a loss of about 3.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
Third and long. It's Newton. He may try and run for this. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. It's a gain of 9 yards. And it'll be 4th down.
I thought he did a pretty good job there to get back what he could. But let's face it, that sack on 2nd down, talk about throwing a wrench into the works. It certainly did.
Yeah, he did everything he could there trying to pick up some positive yardage, and he did, but not enough. And Gano's kick is right through. And the Panthers stake claim to a 3-0 lead. So a nice drive on the road. You come in, you take the ball down, you get 3 points.
Yeah, points are a must on an opening drive, right? So they moved it down efficiently, got it done. I think that bodes well for their chances moving forward in this one.
After knocking through the field goal, here's Gano back out there now for the kickoff. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. On the ground, this is Lamar Miller. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Luke Kuechly combines speed, intelligence, toughness, puts it all together. It makes plays like one we just saw there. He may not be a big-time blitzer, but, boy, he knows how to pursue straight ahead and make plays in the run game.
Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. Call it a gain of 3, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. He'll have a 1st down past the 40. And finally down at the 41-yard line. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the 1st down.
That's something you have to be aware of as a defense and have to find a way to account for him. And if you're not going to use a spy, you're telling your guys to keep your eyes on him, because when he breaks out and makes plays like that, all he does is hurt you.
Have to at least be able to contain him somewhat. There they could not. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. A couple of 1st downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down.
Black 22! Black 22!
A 1st down carry now for Miller. And he's taken down inside the 30. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. So back-to-back big runs picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
On 2nd down, here's Miller. So he got free of 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
And he'll get this down only to the 18. Give him a yard on the play, and he's definitely short. It'll be 4th down and a few inches. They'll run with Miller, and he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the 1st. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion, and defensively pure frustration. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
Hey, Black 22!
Watson on first down. And he is going to go down. He will be sacked on the final play of this first quarter. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's Texans football as we get going in quarter number 2. But they face a 2nd and long to start things out. From the gun, here's Watson. Griffin's got it, middle of the field. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. As his guys are in for 6. And the Texans are in for 6. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Fairbairn now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Before Carolina takes a snap here, what's going on with Carolina right now? 4 straight losses. They were 6-2, Charles. Now they're 6-6.
And it's hard for me to even believe that they're 6-6 because I saw them a few times getting to 6-2, and I thought for sure this was a lock playoff team. But they've struggled a little bit on the defensive side of the ball. They don't take it away as much as they used to. And Cam Newton in this last game, 4 interceptions. A couple weren't really his fault. But he took ownership of them after the game, said he takes it personally. Hard to believe, though, that defense, usually a top 10 D, did a little house cleaning after the game. They let their defensive line and defensive backfield coaches go.
Throwing is Newton. And an alley to run. Newton able to use those legs and get past the marker to pick up the first. So an instance there of Cam being Cam. We know he can use his legs.
And with that big body, it's
rush coming, and he's taken down.
And that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. From the gun, here's Newton. And the pressure gets to him again. J.J. Watt in there to get him. And this pass rush strong now. That sacks on back-to-back plays. Throwing on 3rd and long. Newton, he's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. Pretty good job escaping the pressure. Gets him 15 yards on the scramble, but now it's 4th down. They snap it to Newton. And he finds a man. It's Olsen. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. That one good for 17 yards on 4th. Couldn't ask for much more from your offense there. 1st down from the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Pitching it out to McCaffrey. He's still barreling through. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a 1st down. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he's going to pull his way down to about the 1-yard line. It's a good pickup of 7 yards, and now they're looking at 2nd and goal. That's what they wanted out of that first down play. Run it down there. Now they're knocking on the door.
The only thing that would have been better was getting it in, and now they can do whatever they want because they've got confidence on their side. Line up quickly and go, or savor it a little bit, but I run right back at them.
He'll get it up the middle, and he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. It's the fullback punching it in from a yard away. And his guys are able to strike for 6. Gano the extra point, and the lead is now 10-7. Gano out to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. We got to discuss for Houston the winning streak that they're on. 9 straight victories now after beginning the season 0-3. Last weekend, taking care of Cleveland 29-13.
Remember, they were 4-12 last year. A lot of injuries. Those guys have healed and have come back and played really well, led by Deshaun Watson on offense and J.J. Watt on defense. This team now is one of those teams that the rest of the league is looking at and saying, do we really want to play them? Because Deshaun Watson's magic on offense can vex any defense, and the guys on defense, led by Watt, they get after the quarterback.
Those 9 straight wins, franchise record. First team in the NFL to win 9 straight after 3 straight losses to begin a year. To throw is Watson, trying to lay one up deep. And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave them trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Tiger. Come back.
Out of the gun, Watson. Flush to his right. Then he's got the completion to Hopkins. First catch of the game for Hopkins. It's a first down.
And the key number on that play, 3. Third play of the drive, 3rd down. Spectacular catch turns into a first down.
First down saves him from a 3-and-out. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Here's Watson now on 2nd down. Dancing to his left. Now he'll square up and throw deep left sideline. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd. So 1:55 to go in the first half. We're back to Houston after this timeout.
Hey. Come back.
Watson now to throw on 3rd down. On the right side, this is Miller. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Call it a gain of 5. And that'll bring up 4th down. They're going for it. It's Watson. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That's a 4th down pickup of 10 yards, and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side.
Richmond.
On 1st down, it's Watson. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. Dumps it complete to Miller. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. No gain on that one, and it's going to bring up a third down. Now, they couldn't get anything going there out on the right side in the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
To throw on third down, Watson being chased out left. Oh, he may have gotten lucky. Tried to dump it off underneath on the check down. Nearly picked. Instead, it's incomplete.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
They converted once earlier in this drive, but they'll roll the dice here again on fourth down. They will indeed snap it to Watson, eluding the pressure right. Man open, that's Kiki QT complete. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. We don't see too many conversions on 4th and 10, but we just did there. A gain of 14 and a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a first down throw. Watson underneath for Miller. And he gets it down to the 32. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Watson looks to throw again. Throw right side into the hands of Akins. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. And prior to this 3rd and 2 play, we're going to get a timeout called, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. The Texans on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Again, it's Watson. Steps away to his left. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Going for it has paid off twice already on this drive. Can they convert again on 4th down? Let's see. To the air yet again, Watson. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Panthers will get the football back. The Panthers offense here, they get ready to head back on the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
14 seconds, all that's left to this first half as they come up on first down. They go play action here on first down. And caught left side, Olsen. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2.
Go.
Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. This will be from 56 yards out. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one, as it's good from 56 yards out. So we come upon halftime, intermission here with the visiting Panthers taking the lead to the locker room. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And he will score. Touchdown, Panthers. In for the score. And the Panthers are able to grow their lead. So problems here on special teams, and it results in the scoop and the score.
They talk all the time on special teams about keeping your head on a swivel, trying to see the whole field. Hard to do when things are going that fast, bodies all over the place. You're just trying to find the right guy to align yourself with. On that play, wow.
And he's got it. So the try for two successful, and that bumps their lead up even further. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. And now out comes Houston. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But you're going to do that?
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. They're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. Here's Watson, and this is going to be incomplete. Eric Reed, the former LSU Tiger, making the play on the defensive side. On that incompletion, since we're hitting the home stretch of the regular season here, wanted to talk about some of the sack leaders on the defensive side of the football. Not too many surprises, really, if you look at the top 7 or so. Aaron Donald, he's number 1 right now, 16.5 sacks.
That just tells you the greatness of Aaron Donald, that it's not a surprise to us that he leads in sacks. Yet he's made...
Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. He had gained really good yardage, but that's what you tell your quarterbacks, right? Get down after you've got the run.
You don't have to prove your toughness. You know, I think that's what a lot of coaches are trying to preach to their guys. Get the yardage, get down, protect the football, and protect yourself from extra hits as well.
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On second down, McCaffrey. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Newton on 3rd down. Flushed out right. 20! And he finds a man. It's McCaffrey. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big gain of 31 on 3rd down. Now with toss, this is McCaffrey trying to turn the corner, but they string him out and stop him at the line of scrimmage. The tackle that time by Zach Cunningham.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
On second down, here's Newton. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. J.J. Watt in there to get him for his second sack of the night.
And that's the second sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. A solid run of 11 there as he tucked it and ran, but he's still short of the marker at its 4th. So now the field goal unit trots out there for the 3rd time tonight. And Gano's kick is right through. And that'll push the lead up to 17. So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
Watson will bring up the Texans here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Back to throw, Watson. He's going to air one out. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Eric Reed, the former LSU Tiger, making the play on the defensive side. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
So the penalty certainly helps him out as they come up on 2nd and 5. Watson going for the deep ball. And that's caught inside the 35. A gain of 39 that time.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. That little arc on it, he's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. As his guys are in for 6, and the Texans get a bit closer. So he's hit Pater twice, but still they're facing that deficit here in the second half.
So they're going to see if they can continue to find ways to get him the football, because obviously something is working for him to find the end zone twice. In any event, however this turns out, he's going to be hard to deal with in the film room, isn't he? He's going to want to know why he's not getting more passes thrown to him.
Those big tight ends are getting greedy. McCaffrey on the return. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. Carolina getting set to take the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
The Panthers on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 7. Newton now to throw. Flush to his right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And a battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at the 34. After the interception, here's Watson. Looking deep for Demarius. Dante Jackson picks it. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now following the interception, here's Newton. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. From the gun, here's Newton. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. The Panthers on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. A shotgun snap for Newton. And he's got his target. That's Moore. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. Now a first down throw for Newton. Eluding the pressure right. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory, right at the 40. Out of the gun, Newton. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Jadeveon Clowney leading the surge there. He drops him for a loss of 6.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
To throw on 2nd down is Newton. Flushed out right. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The linebacker, Zach Cunningham, there defensively to make that play.
Let's give some credit to the defensive guys on that play. Able to bat that one away. Sure looked like they were trying to hit the corner route.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, Newton escaping the pressure right. The open man is Smith. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22. Back now in Houston. It's the Panthers out in front and in control of the football as well as we begin quarter number 4. first down. Newton. Flush to his right. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Appeared to me he was just trying to find an open receiver and got forced out to his right. Had to come off of a guy downfield, try to hit his back. Unable to connect. Should have been an easier throw moving to his right, though.
Yeah, much easier, obviously, for a right-handed quarterback. If he was going to his left, a little bit tougher.
Exactly.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Back to the air. Newton on 2nd down. Eluding the pressure right. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier in this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got something about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off. Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead.
And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. A great play there. Taking it in from 2 yards out, and the Panthers add on to their lead.
Could not block that one any better. Everyone was accounted for, and a great surge by the offensive line.
Extra point try good by Gano. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Gano out to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play caller. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the play.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. K1 Short breaking through to get him for a loss of 7.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Forced out to his left. Going deep. He's got a man. Complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain of 39 that time. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
Here's Watson. And he'll find QT on the right side complete. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A good pickup there, a 22.
Come back.
On first down, it's Watson. Buying time to his left. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Picked off by Thomas Davis. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I'm not sure, Brandon, we've seen a sloppier played game this year for a team on offense. Turn it over 4 times and expect to win? No chance whatsoever. And look, I have no idea what the ratio is about turning over 4 times and how that correlates to winning or losing. But I'll guarantee you, it's not very good.
And an alley to run. He's got room to run past the 20. As they finally wrangle him in at the 48. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Well, to me, this leads to the question, do you admire the way he puts his body out there all the time, or do you think he should protect himself a little bit more?
Well, he's been on the ground several times with all those sacks that he's taken. So I don't know. I kind of admire him not sliding down there, don't you?
I'm with you on that one. The meter definitely leans towards admiration.
Newton on first down. Dancing to his left. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
They'll run it now out of the gun. McCaffrey with a first down and more. The 20, 10, touchdown, Carolina. A big play there with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the Panthers add on to their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Gano the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Gano out to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. A nice little juke. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the
pressure comes in, he's brought down. It's a Panther sack. K1 Short in there to drop him for his 2nd sack now here tonight. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. To throw is Watson. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
When in doubt, do it yourself as he keeps it for 3 and a first down. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Dontari Poe with a great push up front. He picks up the sack and a loss of 8. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Out of the gun, Watson. Over the middle, that's caught by Miller. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Now a first down throw, Watson. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Richmond.
Back to the air, Watson on 2nd down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And he finds his man Griffin. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion.
As far as tight ends go, this guy's not a speed burner. He's much more of an inline blocking type of a tight end. And how about this last play? Made a nice catch and picked up a first down.
That's what impresses me about him. When he's called upon, usually gets it done. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Black 22! Black 22!
Throwing again is Watson. Being chased out left. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a third down situation.
Looked to me like they adopted what my kindergarten teacher always said. If at first you don't succeed, try again. And finally, able to hold him in check. He'd been carving him up running the ball.
That's the first time I think I've seen where the coverage was good downfield, and they accounted for him and stopped him for a short pickup.
Yeah, I don't think it was a big adjustment, but much more emphasis on making sure they knew where he was when he decided to take off and go.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Steps away to his left. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Panthers will get the football back. Now the Panthers offense, they get set to come back onto the field. They come into enemy territory, and I don't care what the matchup is in the National Football League. You're up like this late in the game on the road. This feels pretty good.
Oh, it feels fantastic. Anytime you get a road victory in the NFL, that's a big-time accomplishment, and to do it this convincingly, that just tears up the script that every home team has, which is nobody comes into our house and pushes us around. They took care of business today.
Yeah, they pushed around, and now the final stages of this one. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Here's Newton, and he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Jadeveon Clowney in there to get him for his 2nd sack of the night. So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long. Now Newton to the right side, and he's got more complete. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart.
And look at this. It's a fake. And this is caught. And the fake will work. He's going to have a 1st down. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Newton's going to throw it. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
Well, there was pressure all around him, so the only play was to try and get out of there. I think it was an excellent effort by him just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd down, here's Newton. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
I remember growing up playing basketball. My coaches always talked about communicating on defense, making sure you talk on defense, know where your screens are, know where the cuts are coming from, who has who. Well, guess what? It's the same thing in football. Even though there's more noise out there, you can hear it.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. They snap it to Newton. Flushed out right. He can run for it, and he will. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Well, I know at points in this one you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people who really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice at the Major League Baseball parks, right? Seeing the 14-11 game, that sort of deal. That's right up their alley with what we saw in this one.
So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. From Houston, good night, everybody.
Somebody give me a these ain't like the cops. Gossiping more than a in jail I had. I make you cut off the think that I made it, they can't be my friends, so they wanna be out. If I see them hanging and I'm in that spaceship, I'm dropping the top. Ain't like my beat ain't no happy belated, I'm counting the guap. Who gave you the voice? Who told you your thoughts count? GPS straight to the money. I put my big homie got the big Mickey Mouse. You posted your at 12 and 8 that night, she had my all over the mansion. Can't sit on my house. I got that chicken to go. A lot of these look lost. They broke, they think it's my fault. No call. I want that caught. I'm dripping, I'm stuck with the sauce. But she love you, don't cut your Reynolds Da Vinci is white. Limited Louis, that's light. Rape in the city, that's light. LED, look at the light. We the ones don't like. But you look too light. Why even play with your life? Bank account looking like yikes.
With me, boy. Your hands in your fingers. Your ears with get back, watch you turn to a singer. Get to fighting like this Jerry Springer. All of my did the back that like a pogo. Don't do these, they popo. Had a G-Wagon truck turned to Rojo. Find a cable 2 wheels and they going wild down in Soho. One was black and the other was Mexican. Had a like a pollo. Younger than you with a Maybach. Younger than you with a Bentley. From the got in the gently. Ain't being friends with these. When I was down, I so had sympathy. But that's how I go when you broke. Now I'm out like mistletoe. This do my own. Not gonna lie on these new clones. Then she asked for a loan. Had to laugh, then I told her get gone. Gon' get that me on. Ain't no give me not a thing. So I spend 90K on my ring. You can see all my pain in my watch. Got my ex down and walking around with my hand on my. Cause I'm popping and I know you not. And I know you see just how I'm living. You're not happy with life, so you rockin' Reeboks on treetops, getting walk. Got a big Benz like Sasquatch. Every time you see it, with it, no, it's time.
I got that chicken to go. A lot of these look lost. They broke, they think it's my fault. No call. I want that caught. I'm dripping, I'm stuck with the sauce. But she love you, don't cut your Reynolds Da Vinci is white. Limited Louis, that's light. Rape in the city, that's light. LED, look at the light. We the ones don't like. But you look too light. Why even play with your life? Bank account looking like yikes. The ops on IG all the time. I dare them go live. Wagyu steak, I dine. 8 ounce, 255. I can't get funky with too groovy you me. If I ain't had love for me, I would've tried to get Nicki Minaj. J-Rock ain't gonna let you slide. Dory ain't gonna let you slide. King of the city, I don't wanna be a big fish in a small pond. Trying to get across that water. I need fans in Vietnam. If you gotta hustle, but you can't stick to the grind, you wasting your time. I need a double a verse. I do it before FaceTime before I get to the club. Look at the line. Money ain't changed my heart, but I'm smarter. I guess it changed my mind. And I take care of my in prison. Don't think it's safe inside. I got that chicken to go. A lot of these